Externalizing disorders, ODD, CD, IED, and DMDD, Mnemonics. Every neighborhood's got its characters. Some kids keep their heads down, follow the rules, stay out of trouble. Then there's the other ones, the loudmouths, the hotheads, the ones you knew were headed for either Rikers or therapy before they turned 18. Psychiatry's got a name for M. They call M the externalizing disorders, conditions where the problem ain't just in the head, but spills out onto the street, the schoolyard, the family dinner table. Today, we're going to meet the whole crew, ODD, CD, IED, and DMDD, for different flavors of chaos,
for different rap sheets.
But they all got one thing in common. They clash with the world around them. ODD, the mouthy wise guy. First up, Oppositional Defiant Disorder. ODD is that kid who just can't take orders without turning it into a courtroom drama. Doesn't matter if you're a parent, a teacher, or a cop. He's got a comeback, an argument, a smirk. Now, don't mistake this for just being a teenager. We all got a little defiance in us. But ODD? This is different. The pattern's long-lasting. Angry, irritable mood. Argumentative, defiant behavior. And a streak of vindictiveness that don't quit. Picture it like this. He's often angry, snapping at people for no reason. Always arguing. Can't let anything go. He's defiant, deliberately breaking rules just to prove a point. And sometimes vindictive, holding grudges, getting back at people. Mnemonic? ODD equals often disobedient and defiant. Easy to remember, 'cause that's the whole vibe. These kids don't usually break serious laws yet, but left unchecked? This is the gateway disorder. The minor league wise guy that might move up the ranks into something bigger and darker. CD, the criminal in training, then you got the next rung up, conduct disorder. This ain't just talking back, it's crossing the line. These kids ain't just mouthy, they're violating the basic rules of society. We're talking aggression toward people and animals, destruction of property, deceitfulness or theft. Serious violations of rules, skipping school, staying out all night, breaking curfews. It's the kid who tortures the neighbor's cat, lights fires in vacant lots, or mugs somebody for lunch money. They don't just bend the rules, they smash M and walk away without a second thought. Mnemonic? CD equals criminal delinquent. Simple, straight, and on the money. Psychiatrists watch this one closely, 'cause it's a red flag. CD in youth often turns into antisocial personality disorder in adulthood. That's the full-blown wise guy, no conscience, no guilt, just survival of the coldest. You're not just dealing with a kid who won't do his homework. You're looking at the makings of a lifetime rap sheet. IED, the human stick of dynamite. Now, let's talk about intermittent explosive disorder. This one's got fireworks built into the personality. With IED, the outbursts are sudden, explosive, and completely out of proportion. Somebody cuts in line, boom, fists fly. The Wi-Fi cuts out, boom, controller through the TV. Key here is the pattern. These ain't just bad days or teenage tantrums. This is a recurrent storm. And every explosion leaves wreckage behind. Broken relationships, broken trust, sometimes broken bones. Afterward, they might feel regret, even shame. But it don't matter, 'cause the damage is already done. Mnemonic? IED equals irrational explosive detonations. Think of a bomb with no timer. You never know when it's going to go off, but when it does, everybody in the blast radius feels it. And here's the kicker. It ain't premeditated. These outbursts come quick, raw, and uncontrollable. That's what separates IED from calculated violence. It's chaos in pure form. DMDD, the endless storm cloud, and last but not least, we got Disruptive Mood Dysregulation Disorder. DMDD is like living under constant thunder. These kids, they don't just have occasional bad moods, they got a permanent storm cloud following them around. To diagnose DMDD, it's got to check a few boxes: severe temper outbursts 3 or more times a week. It goes on for at least 12 months straight. The kid's mood between outbursts? Still irritable, still cranky. And the age range matters. Diagnosed only in kids 6 to 18 years old. Mnemonic? DMDD equals daily meltdowns. Damned difficult. Perfect way to remember, because that's exactly how it feels for the kid, the family, the teachers, everybody. The big difference between DMDD and IED? Frequency and baseline mood. IED is sudden explosions with calm in between. DMDD is constant irritability with regular blowups on top. Think of IED as the car bomb. DMDD? It's the never-ending storm. Why it matters. Now you might be thinking, Bambi, ain't kids just kids? Don't they all throw tantrums, break rules, get into scraps?
Yeah, sure.
But the difference here is persistence, severity, and the wreckage it causes. These disorders ain't excuses, they're explanations. They don't mean the kid's doomed. They mean the kid needs help before he slides further down the line. Early recognition, therapy, sometimes meds, these things matter. Catch ODD before it turns into CD. Treat IED so it don't destroy families. Support a kid with DMDD before they're branded a problem child forever. Psychiatry ain't about labels, it's about changing trajectories. 'Cause once the streets get their hooks in a kid, it's a lot harder to pull him back out. So there it is, the externalizing crew. DD, CD, IED, DMDD. The mouthy wise guy. The criminal in training. The human dynamite. The endless storm cloud. Remember, these are real psychiatric conditions, not just bad behavior. The earlier you recognize the signs, the better the odds of changing the story. This ain't just about psychiatry textbooks, it's about lives, families, futures. So do me a favor, don't just watch, learn. Share this, drop a like, hit subscribe to Bambi's channel, and stick around. In the Pizzaverse, we don't just call out the clowns, we shine light on the truth. And knowledge, that's the real muscle. Till next time, keep your head sharp, your heart steady, and remember, sometimes the toughest fights ain't on the streets, they're in the mind. Thanks for watching.